But in Betfred League One, we've already seen silverware lifted as Oldham took their crown at the weekend.
Trevor Hunt, the Vice President of the Rugby Football League, awards the League One trophy to Jordan Turner, who will celebrate with Chairman Bill Quinn and his teammates. As Oldham finally brings success back to Boundary Park, a wonderful moment.
Turner, sum up what this means.
So much. It's the first time in my career I've played for a club where there's a deep emotional connection. I'm so proud of what we've achieved. I know that people might say, "Oh, we've spent loads of money," but the thing is, I don't care how much money we've spent. I've got to lift a trophy with Oldham. That's something that I never thought I'd do in my career. So I can't tell you how happy I am.
And that moment when you lifted the trophy in front of a packed Joe Royal stand with every single age group wearing Oldham shirts and cheering you and your teammates. What was that like?
Well, it's just, it's different. It's so different from what's happened to this club in the last, 20 years. It's just, this was unthinkable just like 18 months ago. It was unthinkable that had happened, and obviously, don't know how many was here today, but we was in the different stands, and I've not seen that since the early 2000s at this ground. So, yeah, deep sense of accomplishment, and yeah, I wish my late granddad was here to see it, but it's one of them things. It's a bit of a bittersweet moment, if I'm being honest with you. A bit emotional, bit hollow, but I'm happy, man.
Yeah, congratulations to Oldham back in the Betfred Championship for 2025. Scully, you're an Oldham lad, of course, and great to see a famous old club that have seemingly turned things around off the field, reaping the rewards on the field and on their way back up the pyramid.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see. Obviously, I say I'm an Oldham boy, Oldham, fan growing up, and used to ball boy at Watershed, so great to see the club, getting back to where it deserves, and got a big shout to Mike Ford and what he's done there, Bill Quinn. Kieran O'Reilly on the commercial side, as you say, they've built the club the right way, and it's bearing fruit on the field where it matters. They're growing that, but they're also growing the support and the community in the background.
Kev, there'll be a lot said in the months and years to follow about the structure outside of Super League and what it should look like, but undoubtedly, there's a club here with an opportunity in Oldham to go all the way and get themselves back to former glories, and ultimately I'm not saying in the next 12, 18 months, but they can point at Super League and say, we've got ambitions to be there.
Yeah, and when I speak with Mike Ford, he genuinely cares about the town of Oldham and making sure that the kids want to play for Oldham. That's his driver. Bill Quinn's putting the money in, and he's exactly the same. So they're not just going, let's get a good first team and have 20 players and build it off that. They're trying to do everything. Like Scully says, the commercial side, they're getting, I think they had nearly 3,000 there in a League One game. That's a brilliant starting point, and I see them going a long way. I think the players that they're signing, the investment that they've put in, but the foundations, I think, is real key for them.
I think it's a rugby league hotbed as well. You look at some of the amateur clubs that are in the town, and you look at players, across Super League that have come through and from Oldham. So, you want them players wanting to play for Oldham, and that's not been the case for the past 20, 30 years. But hopefully, in the future.
No, I was just going to say, I was there at Easter weekend when they played Rochdale at Boundary Park, and I think that was on the Sunday. The Saturday before, they'd had an amateur rugby league event where they'd had over 2,500 people in the building at Boundary Park. It is, as you say, one of those areas where amateur rugby league especially is very, very strong, and the potential to translate that into the professional game finally looks like it's being realised.
Yeah, definitely, and as I say, you want them players that the quality players that come through the amateur game in Oldham to stay in the town, or the ability to be able to try and attract these players, and they're certainly doing that. So, as I said, big raps to Fordy and all the management team.
Yeah, congratulations to all.